So, guys, welcome to another episode of the Million Dollar Branders podcast. We have a very special guest on today who I'm so excited to introduce. We have Marshall David Jones, the founder of Mind Body Speak and the author of Tonal Influence. It is an incredible book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you get it. It's a guide to listen better, speak clearer, and set the tone, something we can all use in today's society. So Marshall has helped numerous companies and brands, including Adobe, Microsoft, and SAP. His communication techniques have been used across multiple industries to win negotiations, descale conflicts, and acquire business relationships. Marshall, I know you've had some incredible things going on behind the scenes that I can't wait to talk about, but I know you're an expert in human vocal performance. I've personally done some sessions with you myself that were incredible. And effective presence, serving on multiple advisory boards in the technology sector. And Marshall has also played a narrative consultant role for 2 documentary films and contributes to industry strategy via think tanks and has been recognized by the UN. And I know you also speak globally. You've been recognized by NASA, where you've had some poems of yours flown to space. But I want to hear more a little bit about your journey. And thank you so much for being on the Million Dollar Branders podcast today.
Well, first, you're welcome anytime. And it's great to be here to circle back and catch up, watch you grow massively. Clubhouse was Clubhouse brought a lot of things together and, brought the world together in a new way. And it forged a lot of new relationships, friendships, and glad to be here. So the journey, I don't know, I didn't start talking until I was 3 and then I didn't stop. That's the right. That's it right there. But this is not where I thought I would be. This is not what I thought I'd be doing. I was like, I wanted to do music and, be a rapper. And then something was like, nah, that's not for you, kid. So I started with competitive poetry.
There is still time.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. There is still time. What was that lady that swam across the English Channel? And
yes, I know. I just watched the Netflix film. I know exactly. But I think you could give Jay-Z a bit of run for his money right there. So.
Oh yeah, you are not gonna have me saying that on record. Oh man. But I started off with competitive poetry. And, what's interesting about it is, you have an idea about something that you believe. And, you got to talk to strangers about it. But they're going to judge you with scorecards. But then there's also 4 other people who have something that they really believe that they're going to talk to these same strangers about. And you learn something about, I had an old friend of mine, Mahogany Brown. She said, the thing about slam is that slam is what it's called, is it teaches you how to have universality. And because you would be speaking to people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, rich, poor, white, black, ethnicities, religions, whatever you want to be. But if you can speak to the core of the human experience, they'll let you know.
Oh, I love that.
So you cut your teeth in that kind of environment, and then one day one of your colleagues gets on stage and he has like his voice on him, and I remember he won the competition that night, and I knew he would because his voice was just doing something, and I was like, what happened? Why do you sound like that? And he said he went to acting school. And the very first thing that they teach is voice, because the voice is life. So really, if we were to sum totally that the voice is life, what would that mean? The voice is life. You start to look at life. And so I began to do, research in the acting world and, started studying speak with distinction and speak with the theater tones. I had a phase where I said, hi, my name is Marshall Jones. And people were like, why are you talking like that? I said, this is my real voice. It was very bad. But another book called Freeing the Natural Voice by Kristen Linklater. compare the voice to the psyche.
Wow.
And that's where it started to get interesting. Like how do you, like when you think about something like what do you think about if somebody says to you the voice is life? What does that bring out of you?
It's really interesting that you say that, because even just from the beginning stages of Clubhouse, right? That was an app that none of us saw each other for months, but we were looking at a static photo, but we were connecting with human life from the comfort of our own home. But voice creates a deeper connection. I mean, you even look at that show on Netflix I'm laughing about, but Love is Blind, right? Where they talk behind a wall, but it goes back to, I think, human instinct and like how we connect. Like, it's a really interesting trait, being attracted or connecting with someone's voice. So I think what you do is so important, and it is life. It is absolute.